Hey crew, welcome back to another Hungover Gaming Overwatch replay. My name is Yvonne and I'll be commentating this replay, which was held on Nepal with Julien playing Lucio and myself playing Soldier. I played Soldier as we were tired of losing from not having very targeted DPS, so I decided I'd switch over from tank or healer to play DPS. Usually we resort to those two roles, but here we changed it up a little bit. Julien went Lucio because Lucio is a very excellent character to have on these point King of the Hill matches. He brings the people back, does a lot of auxiliary healing, and basically helps the team out together. So I sprint to the point, waiting for that Reinhardt shield to catch up to me, then I drop back behind it and try to just lay on damage. One thing that you should do when you're Soldier is absolutely continuously shoot. You don't have to do it all at once, you can do bursts so that you're a little bit more accurate, but you're supposed to be laying down DPS as much as possible to really pressure the enemy team. This enemy Tracer gets really annoying throughout the match. I can't really land the necessary hits that I need to in order to kill her easily, but we managed as a team to take her down. Here I'm looking to get higher ground and flanks and use my speed and mobility to really move around the match while pressuring and killing who I can. Steve gets really annoyed with my flanking, comes after me, but thankfully my sprint, I'm allowed to move around her, and even though that health pack isn't there, I'm able to get back to the point, throw down some healing. The other thing that you need to do as Soldier is make sure that you're using your healing to buff your healers and your backline as much as possible. Especially with Lucio and an Ana combination, it's a little bit hard to deal a lot of concentrated healing to multiple targets, but with Soldier you get a really nice heavy boost, and he does a lot of healing. So now they're coming at the point in waves, not really coordinated enough to put too much pressure on us, but they're also doing ult building. We'll see how it works. We're really getting tank pressure, and that will be the end of me right here. I can't back away fast enough. I should have just run, recollected myself, grabbed some health, got back to the point. But Lucio, Julien holds on. We're regrouping here, and I decide to poke out a lot and take really unnecessary damage, heal up, and then go out and catch some flame strikes to the face. We're really trying to figure out how to attack this point. We have a couple ults right now. Our team is pretty well balanced, but we need to make sure that we're coordinated. I throw down my ult, hoping to get people down. The D.Va makes sure to use her ult to recover her tank, maybe put some pressure and get us off the point as well. I'm trying to flank around. I really should be focusing the Mercy, and there I go, but I'm not landing all my shots as I need to be. Again, maybe this is the reason that DPS wasn't working for us for earlier in the day. Eventually that Mercy goes down. Now we've just got to contend with the Zarya, Tracer, and the rest of their team. We're really struggling to keep that wave up, but I go down. Hopefully the team can come back. You see I'm laying down some decent damage, but not killing enough. I need to make sure that I'm targeting who my team is targeting, maybe look for those hooks coming from Roadhog, and make sure that when I'm flanking like this, I'm really doing the damage I need to be doing. That D.Va is taking a lot of damage. This Mercy is trapped by herself. We take her down, and then I get behind them, which really helps me. That Reinhardt gets boosted and drops his hammer, so that's a really strong play there from the Ana Reinhardt combo. We get the team kill, and we're ready to defend for the next little bit. We're a little bit behind on percentage, but not too badly, and we're able to really absorb what they're throwing at us right now. Here I am building my ult behind the Reinhardt shield, pressuring who I can, checking the flanks to make sure that they're not coming at us. Now we're at about 80%. I know I can flank a little bit. Their entire team looked to be there, so I was really going at them with this ult. But unfortunately, I lost where everyone went. Eventually, this Mercy comes out, and Julien comes to help me as Lucio. We're able to take her down, so that's 2 against 6. And then we get a little bit rebuffed because we didn't have the numbers back on the top of the point. And they're doing all they can to stave off this overtime loss. The Zarya, I've been trying to focus. I know the D.Va is behind me, but I was trying to focus the Zarya as her shields really help boost her team when they're there. And I couldn't necessarily take out the D.Va. The revive really turns the tide there in terms of making sure that the battle is keep keeping to their side instead of ours. But some ults go out, and we're able to pressure them a little bit more. I might go down here as well with this Zarya. And we've got 3 people on fire. We're challenging the point as much as we can, but I think we might have a hard time reaching the full capture on this point, as we're still in overtime. And we're going in a little bit of waves. Thankfully, Julien playing as Lucio can really avoid a lot of damage. There I go, challenging this Zarya. I really tried to focus the Zarya throughout this match to make sure that she's going down as soon as I can. Here I go flanking around the side, dropping the ult so that they have nowhere to retreat to, getting that D.Va, that Tracer focused, and trying to bring everyone down. There we go. We have another clear, and that is the round. As you can see, we have a very decent team comp. The Roadhog switched off to D.Va at that point. So now we have a D.Va, a Reinhardt, switch back to Roadhog, and our DPS is myself as Soldier and a Genji. Hopefully that this will be enough to take this point. Now this next point on Nepal that we're going to is one that has the hole on the side, and it has a lot of high vantage points, which are really great for playing a Soldier. Pharah is also really great here because she can get a lot of vantage points and as well put pressure on the enemy team by bumping them off the edge with her specialty concussion rocket. Now I noticed the Tracer is in on the right. I took some damage. I might not have needed to drop that healing pack just yet. Could have waited till I was being challenged one-on-one. So I start to run away as much as possible, making sure not to go down and support my team when I can, focusing at Zarya. She almost gets away, but we managed to get her back. I drop some healing. Hopefully people can get back to it and put pressure on people where I can, aiding where our team is doing damage. That Reinhardt was putting in work, dropping that hammer as much as he could, shielding where he could as well. So we're doing all right. We're mostly capped on that point, but we're losing it. And as we're coming in waves, we might not have the best ability to cap that point. Here I'm building my ult, attacking from the side, and you'll see one of the best ults ever in a very short time. 3, 2, 1, here you go. Dope. So I do a little bit of damage and I'm able to pull out that D.Va, but really it's not enough. Our team can't use it as a push-off point to swing the battle. But luckily they all died in a wave and got to regroup, so I'm back here trying to pressure that Tracer off from our back lines. D.Va helps me there, and we'll be focusing her. I decide to move back. Reinhardt gets bumped off the side thanks to one of Junkrat's concussion blasts, and so now we're just trying to beat off the attack from the team, trying to defend the point. I'm going around to flank to see who I can pick off. That Soldier's right there. I get him, and I'm trying to just distract a little bit. I get stuck on the wall, and that is the end of me. As you can see, the rest of the team is going at it. We get another DPS pressure with Pharah, switch off from the tank. So now we have 3 DPS, 1 tank, and 2 healers, and that should be a pretty good comp for this enemy team, who was doing pretty well in terms of being able to get kills when they needed to. I'm shooting around Soldier as much as I can, trying to put his outline onto the wall, and because of that I waste my healing pack and I kind of wasted my life there. So the flank didn't work out all that well, but luckily the rest of the team is able to move on to the point, and even though we're in overtime, we have had 0% of this point, and they've had almost 100% of it. We're able to push here and take it back, thanks to combo ult and putting enough damage onto their team to take out a few at a time. That Soldier was ulting. I should have really focused him when I heard it call out, especially since being on the flank he didn't really notice me. Another thing I could have done here is jump into the Reinhardt and drop my healing pack, but I was trying to do damage from the flank as much as I could. We dropped one person, I dropped my healing pack, so hopefully people can use that. Julien is really doing all the work he can as Lucio to stay on the point and make sure he's resetting what he needs to, contesting their ability to take back the point. and do a lot of work in terms of healing. He did really great this match, so pretty proud of him. And here we go, beating off attack after attack. The switch to Pharah really helps. Pharah's rockets do a lot of damage, and it's hard to target her coming out. I'm using the flank as my advantage, trying to come around and put pressure on one side while the majority of my team is on the other. But they all drop back to the point, so I rush back as much as I can as well. My goal here from the back is just to put down damage. Soldier's gun works best at medium range, so I'm doing what I can. You see Julien wins the one-on-one Lucio battle right there, sending the enemy Lucio into the trenches, and we're able to put some damage on the mini diva. I have my ult ready. I was thinking maybe I could take out the people who are there. The soldier kind of gives up. Maybe his controller died. I don't really know. It ended up working well for me. He goes down. We use a few of our ults to make sure that we push the point. I have to get back on it to make sure it resets, and there we go. We're capping as much as we can. This Lucio comes in to try and single-handedly delay us from capping, but he dies in a blaze of failure. So here we are, waiting for the next wave to come in. I'm putting pressure where I can. I'm not letting them come in for free. I'm taking a little too much damage once the 3 of them are there, so I really should have pushed off from that soldier and Junkrat and been able to be in the backside using the longer range of the soldier weapon. Thankfully that Pharah really kicked ass that game and was able to save us. So here we go, 2 rounds down, 1 round to go hopefully, and now we have a different team comp going from Pharah to Reaper, hoping that that really solid damage from Reaper can do the most to swing the battle, but everyone else is staying the same. If you're noticing that your team is doing needs more help in terms of tanking or needs more help in terms of DPS, it's always good to reevaluate and switch when you need to, but I was doing pretty well as soldier, providing decent backup healing and doing a lot of damage, so I'm okay. Now the enemy team has a Pharah. As a soldier, it's my job to focus that Pharah, and it would help if I was a better shot here. So she escapes there, and I'm left alone to try and recover my pride by killing the enemy soldier. I push him off his healing point, and that leads to his demise. I focus this Lucio. Pharah comes back in. She's trying to do damage to me. Not hitting her rockets as much as she wants, but again she gets away after I drop her to pretty much one shot. This Junkrat comes in, has no idea that I'm flanking. I put the damage on, and I need to get out of here because there's no way that I'm going to be able to take on 2 or 3 of them. But my team comes back in, I'm able to drop behind Reinhardt's shield, and there we go. We have a team push here, and now we just need to really focus this stupid Tracer, and I just keep slamming my gun as I'm trying to hope that she goes into my melee range so I don't have to reload. The Pharah goes down, so now we've got the enemy team spawning in waves. It's going to be really difficult for them unless they organize, but they do have a good switch to a Reinhardt, so now they have a shield to help as they come try and push the point. The Tracer almost goes down, and the rest of the team is behind that Reinhardt shield. We're trying to win the Reinhardt shield battle, make sure that their shield drops before ours does, so I'm putting the damage that I can on. Julien calls out behind me that this Tracer is on him, so I try to go after her. She drops her bomb, kills the Ana, as the Ana got stuck, and the rest of us were left to the enemy team. So now there's a swing, they pushed onto the point. I have my ult, so I'm going to try and flank behind them, see who I can get without dropping the ult, or if I have the ability to ult in with the team but coming from the flank. So they hear that the ult is going off, they don't know where it's coming from, so they do get a little bit confused and drop back to the point thinking it's safe, but there I am from the flank. So our team is able to use that as a push-off point. I'm really trying to stay in the healing zone against that Tracer. I lose that battle because I don't stay in the healing well, and that Tracer was a better shot than I was the whole game. Kudos to the Tracer. So here our team is able to hold the point a little bit. The enemy Reinhardt drops his ult, I know that Julien is behind me doing some damage as he can, but he goes down. The rest of our team is going down hard. I think I might have killed myself there with some rockets. Okay. Oops. So here we go. Our team is back together. We have moved off of the Reaper. We've got the D.Va. I don't know how long it's been there, but now we've got 2 tanks, and we're using Reinhardt's shield as a base to push out from. Again, I do that thing where I love to poke out and really catch flame strikes to the face. So that's awesome. Here goes 1. Yep. Heal a little bit. And flame strike number 2 coming in soon. Our team is pushing in left. Again, the long range of my gun allows me to kind of hide a little bit and deal damage. For instance, if I had poked out, that flame strike would have hit me in the face instead of hitting the corner of the building. But here we're pushing out. We have 85%. I have my ult. I figure I can go around, flank them, do a little bit of poking myself and making the enemy team reconsider where their attack is coming from. So Julien calls out focusing on the Reinhardt. So I'm trying to drop him. He gets down to 1 shot, but because the enemy team had to turn to face me, they didn't know exactly where to go. 3 of them drop, and they're not able to take back the point. So there you go. Hungover Gaming and our Overwatch replay. There's another win for us. Chalk it up to blind luck and good team composition, playing around good players. Make sure that you're playing around with other people in terms of the team comp as much as you can. That Reinhardt did a damn fine job swinging his hammer. So make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment on anything you saw or anything you want to see in the future. And go ahead and check out Julien's channel, Jujubee's Good. Hungover Gaming, we've got a podcast on Mondays, Overwatch replays on Wednesdays, and a drunk play on Fridays. Thanks for everything, guys. Peace out.